Welcome back, Nicolettes, to the second part of the Sims 4 speed build video, where today we'll be starting off where we previously left off in the first episode of this household. And again, this house is available to download in the gallery if you just look up the name of this residential lot. I believe the name of this lot is the Modern Lofts. I'm not sure if that's the correct name, but it is in the description down below if you want to check it out and download it for yourself. So in this part of the video, we'll be focusing on the interior parts or the interior elements of this building, which means we are tidying things up as we go. We are adding some more extra elements to the exterior as well, and perhaps a bit more room layout fixing. So that'll be fun to look at as we go through this video. So as previously mentioned in the last video, this is a very lengthy video, so if you are curious on how we approached or how I came up with this final design, you can head out into the first part of this video. It will be linked in the video description down below, and you'll see the thought process behind my design. So again, I just want to reiterate my design concept, which is maintaining sustainable aspects behind it. So we do have a green roof on the upper floor, and we do have a lower level balcony, not a balcony, it's a backyard, so that's pretty cool. So we did switch it up into night mode, so I wanted to check out how dark it is outside compared to the interior. So adding more lighting fixtures to the exterior would make it a more livelier building. So adding spotlights underneath the second levels would allow the buildings to light up more and allow it to just pop out a bit more. So I love the lighting on the second floor, or the top floor actually. It's just really it's like really cool, really amazing, and it just makes the space a lot more livelier. Like it actually represents a chill spot for your Sims to just chill. And moving over to the first floor and second floor, this is probably the part where I took the most time, because I had a lot of difficulty trying to determine what kind of room layout should I follow, because we do have this interesting long narrow curtain wall system going on around the corner over there. So I thought I should make a 2-bedroom scenario, but then I realized this space is too big for just 2 bedrooms. Maybe I should make 3 instead. So in the end, I did end up making 3 bedrooms and a Jack and Jill scenario for the 2 smaller bedrooms, which you'll see later in this video. So again, to give you guys another breakthrough of the house design, we do have 3 stories in total, which includes the basement, the first floor, and the second floor. Actually, that's 4 stories. You do have the basement, first story, second story, and the third story, which is the green roof, which is mainly just a chill spot for your Sims. And then this house also is, as you can see, following a contemporary style. So it is a more modern approach, and you do get 3 bedrooms on the second floor with 1 ensuite and a it's a Jack and Jill for the 2 small bedrooms on the second floor. So you do also get a family room on the second floor as well as a study nook on the corner near where the feature staircase is. And also you do get a lovely balcony viewing the parquet right beside the building lot. Moving over to the basement level, you do have a storage space located on the exterior part of the house, which is separate from the building form itself. And on the basement, you'll find that there will be 3 bedrooms. I would say there'll be 1 guest bedroom and 2 main bedrooms for whoever else lives in your household. So that's 6 bedrooms in total, which totals up to, I guess, 12 Sims that can live on this property, because you can fit more than that, but you can fit 2, or you can fit queen size beds in each bedrooms. That's basically what I wanted to say. And yeah, it's a very big lot for a 20 by 30. It's a very big house for a 20 by 30 lot, is what I wanted to say. And I think I pulled it off. I think it's because I added the basement to it, and that and that's the other reason why we have so many bedrooms in the first place, which is pretty cool. I just adding the basement just adds to that living factor, you know. I would assume that if this house goes on sale in real life, I guess if this house is located in Toronto or something, this would go for like 2 million. Like, that's how fucked up the I guess the real estate reality is. But I'm not an expert in that kind of scenario, but most of the houses in Toronto or in any urban city, I think, would normally cost a lot more than what you'd expect it to be compared to, let's say, houses located more, I would say, in a suburb scenario. So, what's the other word I'm looking for? There's the urban, suburban. There's one more. There's a third one. Provincial. But anyways, yeah, it's a lot cheaper if it's usually less crowded in the area. So yeah, moving on over to the first, second basement, moving all over the place. I'm not really sure what just happened there. I guess I just wanted to, oh, I was checking if the fireplace is aligned. So yeah, if you guys watched the last video, I did went on a rant about the structural integrity, on how like all my designs try to maintain the structural integrity component into, or trying to implement structural design into my building, because I do think that maintaining structural design into your house builds livens it up and makes the space more unique or more realistic, which I think, in my own opinion, actually increases the overall aesthetic value of your design. So yeah, it's pretty cool to think about, and it's really cool to consider when you're making houses, because most of the time when I look at house build videos, it's usually ignores the fact that it has to have, or has to maintain, structural integrity somewhat, and usually most of the time people forget that houses do need a mechanical room, and houses do need, you know, some way, shape, or form, some structural elements for it to be held together into place. So that's why you see all those columns into place and lots of empty spaces inside the house itself. So the fireplace, going back to the top topic, I was looking at the fireplace so that it lines up perfectly with the basement, and so that, you know, it's being held up structurally on the basement floor. So it's not just floating on, like, you know, invisible slab or whatever. So that explains the strange zigzag effect that you see behind and below fireplaces. So yeah, that's the basement tutorial for you. And again, we are on the basement, so actually no, we are on the second floor. I was gonna talk about the basement and how we do have another Jack and Jill scenario going on there, but we did move on to the second floor, so that's another topic that we can discuss later. And yeah, so we're working on the second floor furnishings and bathroom layout currently. And yeah, most of the rooms here looked really dull at the moment, but I do give it some not aesthetic, but I do give it some personality, because if you consider just people, like, if you just look at just white, like a blank slate or wall, it's just like looked awfully boring to me. So adding a bit of color here and there and adding more, you know, saying personality again doesn't work. I guess I can just say adding more uniqueness to the room adds to the, you know, the wow factor to this building. So that's pretty much it. So we are on the basement right now. We do have the 2 bedrooms that I mentioned earlier. 2 bedrooms. Thought I had 3. Anyways, we have 2 bedrooms now. And yeah, we do have a Jack and Jill scenario going on there, and we do have a mechanical room in the basement as well, which is pretty cool. A lot of people miss out on the mechanical room in the basement. I guess before Sims 4 really didn't have a basement option, but now that we do, I try to implement the mechanical room as much as possible, because that is actually needed for your house to, you know, function in the first place. So having a mechanical room adds to the realistic factor of the house and overall aesthetic. So I didn't know what to do for that space, so I just thought, hey, we should just add like a grand piano, and I don't know, it's probably like a secondary family room if anything. And yeah, so the guest room does have a lovely view to the underground or the lower level backyard, and as well. I'm not sure if their bedroom in the basement has a window. I don't think it does. That's probably the darkest room in this build then, which is quite unfortunate. I tried to implement as many windows as possible into every corner and every wall that I can find, but I think that's the only room that doesn't have any windows, so that's quite unfortunate. And if you looked on the first floor, you guys might have noticed 2 broom closets in each little boxes near in the dining room, which is pretty cool. I thought I could just leave it as a structural element, but then I realized, hey, I can make it into a broom closet. So that's optimizing space 101. Very clever. And yeah, adding more adding more furniture into the house, making it more, livelier. And then as I was working on the guest room, I realized, hey, we should just add a walk-in closet to the guest room as well. And adding all these walk-in closets made me realize, oh my god, I have to add in all the whatchamacallits, the hangers and the drawers and the clothes and the clutter and the stuff. And then I realized, you know what, just man up and we can do this, we can finish it. I can just finish it. And so I did. I looked up all the clutter and I manually put all the drawers in each closet because I just didn't want to leave that space out. It just looked plain old boring, just an old boring room. So here you can see me just adding all the clothes and the dryers, not dryers, but the drawing units. Speaking of dryers, a lot of people miss out on the laundry room aspect as well. I guess this ties in with the fact that whenever you design a building, you have to consider, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Livelihood? No, I'm thinking about another word. I think it's called the anyways, yeah, I don't want to go off topic again, but you have to consider the what is that word? It's at the tip of my tongue. The lifestyle, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, you have to consider the lifestyle of many people in the world, because most of the time you'd also need a designated laundry room, which may or may not be located in the basement, but most of the time it is located in the basement. So having a laundry room in the Sims 4 build would complete the space overall, makes it more realistic. I guess the theme of my builds most of the time is just pure realism, and most of the time if you look through my speed build videos, you do realize that most of my build actually has laundry rooms in most of them. And also garages. Garages are a must, because this one, I was actually considering making a garage for this one, then I realized, that's a lot of wasted space for just the car, but then it looks pretty cool if you do have a garage, but I'll do that next time, so that's what I did. No garage for this one, sorry folks, but maybe for the next one. So, as mentioned earlier, I did want to add that, that unique factor into the bedrooms, because they look quite boring just as it is, without any color to it. So adding wallpaper and adding color to it definitely improve the aspects behind it, or the aesthetics behind it. So all these rooms boast a wonderful tall window, but they do also have a feature, or a curtain feature, if you ever want that sort of privacy. I always wondered, like, all these modern homes with big windows, it'll be such a pain to deal with when you do have like these tall windows to take care of. Imagine all like the window cleaning you have to do, or you have to hire people to clean it for you. And then there's also the privacy factor. I guess people living in like modern houses have to consider the fact that, you can be seen through these giant windows, and you need to be okay with that kind of thing in mind. So adding these blinds and curtains to each window adds into that privacy factor, so that your Sims will be more comfortable when they try, or they want to, like, do some private stuff in the bedroom. And anyways, moving over to the basement. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with this one. I had a creepy painting here, I think. Yeah, it's really creepy. I don't want to look at it, but just looking at old sketches, it makes me like very nervous. Like, you'll see in a bit later, I added the weird portrait, or like a hand sketch portrait here. Remind me of one of those old creepy ass sketch drawings that I see in like horror mangas or something. Oh, that you probably saw it a while ago, but there it was, and I do get a tingles while looking at it. It's so strange, so bizarre. I'll probably make a sketch kiss video. Oh shit, we're moving into the end of the video. We're moving to the screenshots. Alright, so we're moving over to our first set of screenshots here. I do have a handful of photos for you guys to look at. So what you're seeing here are exterior views and looking at the facade. And here looking at the back of the house, you can see the depressed backyard and a lovely view of another side of the building. So in this shot, you are overlooking from above, looking down as if you're looking through a drone's image. And here we have a beautiful view of the top terrace green roof and another shot of the backyard. So yeah, so again, this house is available to download in the SIMS 4 gallery. So just look up the name of the house, which is in the description below, and the title of this video. And also I made a couple of major changes to the house, so you have to make sure you have to click on the latest addition to my gallery. So anyways, we're moving into the interior views with a lovely shot of the family room and the kitchen. So this is another shot from the kitchen overlooking the dining room and the living room. So we do have another depressed level on the main living room area with an amazing painting on the wall. And here's another shot of the dining room with a bunch of random miscellaneous paintings on the wall because I don't know what to put there. It added some depth to the room. And here's another shot of the lovely living room. I love this living room because it is depressed, and that's a cool technique to add more style to the house. So again, we're moving over to the second floor, another family room on the second floor, and a lovely study area. And here's another shot viewing the feature staircase extending towards the third floor. So here's a shot of the master bedroom with lovely 2 chairs viewing the nearby parquet. And here's the second bedroom on the second floor with a lovely whatchamacallit, it's a Jack and Jill connecting the 2 bedrooms on the second floor. And I just realized I said second floor so many times while recording this. Here's another bedroom on the second floor. Moving over to the basement now, we do have a lovely work area. I guess you can say whoever lives here is an artist, and I guess you could say this is an artist loft. So we do have a guest bedroom on the basement floor, and here's another shot of the guest bedroom overlooking the backyard. And here is one of the rooms that lacked a window, but it's there. It's, yeah, you can say it's another guest bedroom. And here's another shot in night mode, so it does look quite lively when it is at night. Everything's brightened up, and here's a lovely street view from the parquet viewing the house. So we're moving over to the floor plans, starting from the top going to the bottom. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos. So I hope to do some more Sims 4 videos in the future. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.